Hi Sagittarius, welcome into your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of January 2023. I do want to thank you so much for your amazing presence, for joining me for this reading, but I want to remind you per usual, this is general for your month, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And I do more than appreciate you hitting that like button, commenting down below, telling me how this resonates, claim the success that is meant for you, and of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't joined this amazing, strong Sagittarius tribe already. But I did pre-pull two oracles and a main tarot card for you to speak upon your money and career situation or situations for the month. And your overall tarot is the Nine of Coins. Beautiful, strong, independent energy to represent your month and the success that you're meant for, okay, and can look forward to. I feel as if people are looking at you naturally as a Sagittarius, as somebody who will get the job done and do it well, very knowledgeable. If you do find oneself interviewing for an opportunity of some sort for oneself, you are going to accomplish the acquiring of which with ease, okay? I do feel a very well-spoken and not forcing it kind of energy about you, but I also sense that this is a month where there's a bit more balance in place in comparison to, say, December or November, where I feel like you overworked oneself or just things felt potentially a bit more chaotic, okay? Not to say you won't be busy, but the two oracles that we got, we have the Watch card, talking about how it's time for you to profit, divine timing being at play, and seizing the moment, okay? Spirit saying, we need you to be enjoying oneself as you get things done, right? As you even potentially invest your money and have a beautiful flow, I want to say, with your money, right? Allowing it to leave as and expecting and knowing, being reminded that the universe will replenish you for doing what's right for you and potentially for your loved ones. But we also have the treasure card here. I'm also getting a bit of waiting taking place, whether it's for an ending to come to be, for an approval to come through, to hear back from that opportunity in one way, shape, or form. They're saying for something to go through in general. But I feel as well there's a bit of putting in the hard work and then watching and kind of keeping tabs on something or multiple somethings, horrible wording, to just to see it grow and prosper for oneself, okay? But I feel as if some of you are thinking about a temporary opportunity, okay? Excuse me as I lose my breath. Whether that's a temporary living situation or a temporary job, something of the sort. But the treasure card over here talking about worry-free finances. I do feel as if you enter the month of January a little bit concerned about your money in one way, shape, or form. It starts to dissipate from your situation, from your focus, your mind, right? Spirit's saying you have so much going on that you won't even really find oneself stressing over the details or over your money in general. But I also feel like this is partially for some of you drawn to the reading due to you acquiring the approval of that loan or just that new job or extra success for your business. For my entrepreneurs, they're saying, yeah, the Nine of Coins is a very entrepreneur kind of energy, but you giving off the independence and strong, knowledgeable vibe either way, regardless of whether you're employed at this time, working one, if not multiple day-to-day jobs. You could be running a business and working a job. Spirit saying, think logically, okay? Some of you thinking about how to have more streams of income flowing in. Passive income is coming to mind. But I feel as if Spirit's also pushing you to remember that you do have money saved up, okay? Or just to think about how to better save money moving forward for, say, a rainy day or just unexpected change, right? You just never know what your future holds for you, right? What lies ahead and what's going to change. But I do feel like there is a level of excess as the money rolls in, and Spirit saying you deserve to treat oneself, but don't overdo it, okay? Again, everything in moderation is what I'm getting. But I do feel as if you could be working in a sales position, right? If not, then you will find oneself needing to and naturally tapping into your business savvy way of being or just your sales skills, skill set in one way, shape, or form. Does that make sense? And I feel like it's a month for you individually where you're reminded that your past jobs, past opportunities, potentially a past business for some, was very, very much purposeful in regards to what's at hand throughout this month in particular. Okay. But I feel like with this imagery here and then the Emperor at the bottom of the deck for the Gilded Tarot Royale, I really do sense a bit of a overly serious kind of buckling down vibe about you, right? And that's playing into how people are viewing you as somebody, again, who will get it done, who knows what they're doing, and potentially is a bit, if not fully, overqualified for a position, right? Even if it's something you're continuing. But I do feel as if some of you, there's thoughts of a job and or living situation that you left behind in the past and how that's helping you at this time, or was just beyond purposeful. But I also feel like there's potentially planning going into the upcoming leaving of a situation, whether that's leaving a job, leaving where you are living at this time, okay? Spirit saying if you feel the need to stay ahead of the game and make an important switch up like that moving forward, trust your gut, okay? Trust how the energy in a situation is making you feel all the meanwhile, because I feel like there's going to be a push to remember that your intuition will guide you to and from what you're meant to. Does that make sense? What else do we have? We have the Eight of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Five of Cups. I do feel like there's a work situation or a living situation or both for a lot of Sagittarius drawn to this reading where you're expecting the worst, or it's very hard for you at times to, throughout the month, not focus on what is imperfect or what just doesn't suit you at this point. But I do feel like you need to remember that you do create your external reality in a sense. You're going to manifest those negative thoughts or what you're focusing on. So try to see what's at hand in a positive light, stay optimistic, or come back to that way of being, and you'll see things feeling brighter for you as you trickle through the month. But naturally, with the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands, I really do feel like it's a very victorious month for you overall, and I feel this sort of Chariot, Knight of Swords vibe about you, where you're charging forth, but again, not forcing it, but communicating your way to victory, to say the very least. I do feel like with all you have going on, the month may just speed on by with this Eight of Wands, okay? Before you know it, you're going to be entering February, and it's like, where did the time go, right? I also feel like you're being reminded you have a lot of choices, okay? But you may also find oneself remembering what you still have to accomplish. Just don't stress it. Just do what you got to do when you got to do it, and you'll be good, okay? Going through a bit of a balancing act. And I do feel like there's an abundance of decisions to make, abundance of choices, excuse me. But I also just feel like the money's flowing in quite nicely, whether it's expected income and or unexpected, okay? And Spirit's saying you deserve it. You deserve it. One hard-working individual, excuse me. What else do we have for Sag? We also have the Knight of Wands. It wasn't reversed, but I feel they need to turn it in the upright. I feel like there's part of you that doesn't have the ability to, or it's just not the right time yet to go after something. There may be moments throughout the month where you're noticing certain outside factors, whether it's noise or just the energy in the air or just time limits or somebody else being involved, limiting you from being able to accomplish something at that time. But again, keep in mind that divine timing is at play, okay? Even divine delays, I want to say. Keep that in mind, okay? It's working in your favor in the larger picture, okay, in the larger sense. But the Ace of Pentacles, because again, I feel like there's worry-free finances taking place and flowing in for you because you are so focused on your career, you're so focused on making something thrive and work in your favor. And I really do feel like any moments that you put, any effort you put towards, excuse me, a new beginning for oneself with that rabbit will work in your favor as well, okay? Let's see here, what else do we have? And again, I feel like you will easily acquire an opportunity or the approval of something if that's part of your particular month. But look at that, the Nine of Swords in reverse. And so I feel like a situation that once was stressful or you expect to be stressful in certain ways isn't at least fully harsh or stressful throughout this month in particular. Allow for the easy success to come to be because you're a naturally talented individual, and again, the experience, the knowledge that you have. But we have the Queen of Pentacles here, because I really do feel like there's a level of presenting your work, strategically figuring out where to put your game piece next, right? And I feel like you're not in a rushed kind of energy throughout the month, and that's working to your advantage as well. Okay, it's benefiting the quality of your work. Your ability to communicate will come in handy in more than one way. Okay, I feel like there's a reminder throughout the month that your voice is of true importance, and that could be coming through. I'm hearing the voice of spirit, but that could be coming through for your business and or your day-to-day job or jobs. Okay, and I feel like people will be either asking you for advice, looking to you for your knowledge and wisdom once again. You could find that your opinion comes in handy, or is just simply needed, whether that's in the work environment, through, again, your business. Could be both. But I do feel like you are, fed up with somebody, whether that's somebody you work with, live with, okay? But don't be surprised when you have to have some patience with oneself, feeling quite depleted. But, given you're such a hard worker, it's at least somewhat expected, right? And I really do feel like this being your energy, you'll just have to balance things out at certain points throughout the month in order to not further burn oneself out, okay? But I also feel like you will come up with creative solutions quite easily in regards to any small hiccups or obstacles at hand, right? And this is going to feel very gratifying, to say the very least. What else do we have? Flying onto the ground, we have the Hierophant. There we go. Change is the name of the game, okay? And I feel like any adjustments you've made to the way you produce and develop for your career in general, that's working to your advantage once again, okay? You're seeing true evidence that you made the right choice or choices, and I feel like, again, there's preparation for a big switch up for oneself or multiple. And again, the highlighting of a bit of reflecting in regards to past change. But I do feel like you're being reminded by Spirit that you have to do what's right for Sagittarius and potentially for your loved ones. And I do feel like you are even handing out advice, even if people don't ask for it, in regards to their finances, in regards to their career. They're saying being a little bit nosy, but with a huge caring nature wrapped up into it. That was weird wording. But the Seven of Cups, again, because I really do feel like you have a lot on your plate, even if it doesn't feel like it at times, even if other people don't think you do. It's this kind of mulling around in one's mind in regards to how to better accomplish something, in regards to those creative solutions that you're coming up with. But I'm not surprised to now see the Chariot. Your motivation will leave you with more than one reason to celebrate in regards to the money flowing in at this time. Again, the acquiring of one, if not multiple, new opportunities, and seeing oneself, as I stutter a bit, succeeding through your work time and time again as you make your way through the month of January. And people are impressed, to say the very least. I do feel a vibe about you where I'm not surprised this is coming out either, where you kind of feel the need to just get the job done yourself if you want it done right. Not wanting to rely on somebody else to do it and potentially do it wrong, okay, or not do it as strategically or smoothly as you would. Bear with me. A very, again, independent vibe coming from this Hermit card, where, going back to that Nine of Coins, you do the job and you do it well, okay, and you communicate with ease. You can hear how the messages are flowing quite naturally through your reading, okay. But with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like the fruits of your labor is coming through, but I'm hearing money tree. And I do feel as if your connection to nature, as I stutter again, that's coming into play for your month in regards to your career. Okay, even moments where you wrap oneself up with nature, you could find oneself coming up with one of those creative solutions, or just figuring out what you truly desire. Okay, giving oneself that moment of peace and serenity that you need to reground oneself, I want to say, okay? That could be on break or just your day off, you name it. They're saying after work. But naturally, there's going to be days throughout the month where you're not in the mood, okay? Where you don't want to work, you don't want to do what you have to do, but I feel like you will do it either way, being, again, that very responsible kind of individual, all right? Let's keep shuffling. They want me to take these. Okay, bear with me as I shake the camera. I feel like there could be some spiritual messing with taking place for you individually when it comes to your work days, when it comes to where you live. Could be both, right? But I feel like there is a lot of intuitive guidance and spiritually connected guidance taking place, to say the very least. I'm hearing forewarned, forewarned. But with the star card here, I do feel as if there's a focus on your dreams, your goals, and people viewing you as a bit of a star, somebody with talent, to say the very least. Let's actually take a moment to catch my breath and move this down. I do feel like you, again, have a lot going on, but you're handling things with ease. People are seeing you as somebody who, again, knows what they're doing. And I feel like you're gaining a wish fulfillment at a certain point throughout the month, whether that's, again, that new job, that new opportunity, the approval. It could be passing a landmark for oneself when it comes to your business or your job. I feel like for some, there's commission and or tips taking place or donations. My entrepreneur, Sagittarius, is drawn to the reading. Anybody who wants to work with you, collaborate, or invest in your business, do your research. Don't jump right to the opportunity just because it's been a long time waiting for this to come in, or just because it seems enticing at first. I feel as if there's something that you're not fully seeing at first and will soon enough, or you just need to take a hot second to tap into your intuition in regards to whether or not that's right for you. But it is a month full of success and financial comfort taking place, where things just flow for you quite naturally, and you're finding oneself seeing change take place in your money and career in a beautiful way, okay? And things feeling more refreshing as you get ready to wrap up the month. Let's pull a couple more. Yeah, the Ten of Wands, because again, I feel like there's a lot on your plate, but energy could be weighing heavy on you at times. Do remember to cleanse. But I feel like there's just a huge focus on how you easily connect with people, and that works to your advantage. You could find oneself bonding with somebody of importance, potentially a stranger, and this just helps you acquire this wish fulfillment, or just see oneself with a new door opening, okay? Interesting. I'm not going to repeat that message, but the Page of Pentacles, naturally, because I do feel as if, again, there's this, I feel like relatability about your energy, where you're strategically choosing when to hold back and strategically choosing when to show off, and that benefiting your work, okay? Sometimes I feel like throughout the month, you're going to have to step away from your work to kind of catch your breath, come back in better energy, maybe more to do with obstacles at hand, background noise, or just another task that needs to be accomplished at that time for one reason or another, okay? What else do we have? The Two of Pentacles, because again, you're going through this balancing act, and I feel like Spirit's saying, we need you to be prioritizing your happiness. Are you truly happy where you're living? Are you truly happy with, okay, your car or your job or jobs, okay? And if not, let's tap into that Hierophant energy, that Nine of Coins energy once again, and figure out how to change things moving forward, even if it doesn't happen throughout this month, okay? But I do feel as if your work will make people happy. It will potentially even clarify things for others. And in the midst of acquiring multiple opportunities, offers, wish fulfillments even, you need to remember who and what's not meant for you, and to steer clear of any gossip at work and or at home, okay? Because it's not going to do you any justice, and it may just come back to bite you in the ass, excuse my language. But I do feel as if it's a very successful month once again, where you're seeing oneself with, again, that flow of money coming and going naturally, right? Being reminded that, as we said earlier, the universe will replenish you when the time is right in divine timing. And you're seeing oneself succeeding and impressing people all the meanwhile, having more than one reason to celebrate, and seeing oneself grow through it all. Absolutely beautiful. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll see you next time.